Welcome back to Desk Careers. I'm so excited to be back here at the college after an incredible summer. Today, we are meeting with one of our alumni students, Kyle Faver. He's going to be talking to us about all the things that he's been up to since graduating from Dubai English-speaking college. We're going to learn about his academic journey and where his career has taken him.
Thank you for having me and for this opportunity for this interview. It's lovely to see how the school has developed. Also, the room behind you, a lot has changed since I've left. So, yeah.
So much has changed, but today's about you, Kyle. Today's about learning what you've been up to, where you've been, what you've learned, and what you're bringing back to the college. Because I know that there will be students watching this thinking, oh, wow, like, that's what I want to be doing. And he's done all of those things. So let's start with when you left. So take us back to that final year here at the college. When was that for you?
Yeah, so I've graduated 3 years ago. So that would have been in July 2018. And that last year, it was really, I guess, overwhelming, the feeling like I'm gonna not see all my friends again or certain groups of people. Everyone's going to different corners of the earth, but also really excited that, you know, I've been looking forward to this moment for many years and a lot of preparation to that point to get to the to study a singular topic that or subject that I want to do. And there was a lot of mixed emotions, but I guess a lot of excitement was the main feeling that I had, and just given me a lot of growth and opportunities over the years. So it was nice to take that to the next step in life.
So I know watching this right now will be sixth formers looking and thinking, oh my goodness, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Kyle, would you say that the experience after graduation was everything you thought it would be, or were there a few surprises along the way?
I guess it wasn't everything that I thought it would be. Say, for example, some people went on like graduation trips, kind of as like a final experience together. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go on one, but also moving to a new country as well. You kind of don't know what to expect most of the time if you've never been there before. So I guess whenever in life, if I've had expectations, it's never, when you go through an experience, it's never what you expected it to be anyway. So it was very interesting though, good learning curve, and also just to see how, you know, a different country operates rather than to Dubai, where you have a lot more like public transport. It's a lot easier to get around, things like that. Also the graduation ceremony, it's kind of like one last day together, and then you barely saw people again, and you're not really keeping up with your everyone's plans and when they're exactly leaving. So some people you didn't even get to say goodbye to. So make sure that you chat to your friends and make sure you know when they're leaving, otherwise you're going to regret it for a while. So yeah.
What would you say were some of the highs? What were some of the high moments you experienced when you graduated and you went on to continue your journey abroad?
I think I was quite demotivated with the last exams, the final exams, just because, I don't know, I just feel like I've been going on for such a long time. Kind of the exam process, it's quite familiar, and I just really wanted to get to that next step. And just, I think the last exam that I had, I was like, finally, this is over, and I won't have this kind of same process again. Well, you might have exams in the future, but it's going to be a bit different. So just to break out of that cycle, I guess. Just also a lot, the days that followed graduating, just people having more free time to meet up and do different things. Just also that anticipation for the next chapter as well was, actually like moving was quite exciting, and on the flights to wherever you're going to, that was quite nice. So, yeah.
So where was that next chapter for you? Take us on that journey.
So I moved to the Netherlands. I was planning to go to Amsterdam, but my first year I actually did a gap year in Rotterdam, which is a city hour away from Amsterdam, kind of like how Abu Dhabi is to Dubai. And yeah, so the reason I spent a gap year there is because I applied to two different universities, and one of them in Rotterdam I didn't get accepted to, but I was already signed a lease for my apartment with my sister, so I had to at least stay there for a year before I could move. So I thought it was a good opportunity to take some time out. I did some part-time work just in a store in retail, and could also save up a bit of money for, because I went to study film production, so I could save a bit of money for some gear and things like that. And then, yeah, a year passed and it went by really quickly. Got used to the country, met a few people, and then I was off to moving to Amsterdam, where I spent the next 2 years studying film production at SAE Institute in Amsterdam. There's one here in Dubai. There's a couple all over the world. And yeah, I'm now almost finished with that. I'm doing my major project, which is kind of like a thesis, but it's not only a written paper, you also have to do a practical assignment. And yeah, so I'm actually back in Dubai to do that. So it's funny how things can change so quickly and bring you back. I feel like Dubai is a place that you can always come back to for a period of time. So yeah.
So how does it feel to be back in Dubai?
It's quite strange. I feel like, especially being with my parents again, it feels like all this previous experience with university was kind of like a dream, or did it actually happen? Because yeah, a lot of it feels very familiar being back here, but also just that my previous life has just kind of disappeared all of a sudden, and not really had the chance to come to peace with that ending. It was quite abrupt because of COVID and everything. That's why I'm back. And also just for a short period to find where I'm going to be for my next chapter. But yeah, also keeping in touch with some of the people from Amsterdam. It just seems like, yeah, quite a while ago that I was there, and now all of a sudden I'm here. So it's a bit up and down, but I think it's quite nice to change things up, be in a different place every couple of years. So nice to be with family as well.
Okay, so now let's get into your career. You said you went to SAE, which is really a creative university.
Mm-hmm.
The types of programs that they offer there are more geared at filmmaking and editing and game planning, and they're very designed careers. Your aspired career is to be a camera operator. And I know somebody watching this is going to say, what's a camera operator? And others might be saying, oh, that is like the coolest job ever. What does he do as a camera operator? So why did you choose camera operator, and what is it about? Tell us a little more about it.
All right. Well, yeah, I've always been interested in cameras. So when I was, I think like 14, something like that, my sister, she had a DSLR camera, like a really basic one that my parents got her as a gift. And she didn't use it after a couple of years, I think like 2 years or something. So one day I thought I would just try out using it, and I would then, because I skateboard as well, I would take it to friends, take photos of them, take videos of them, and I really liked documenting things, whether it's photo or video. And yeah, so I do photography as well, but I thought with a career path, there are quite a lot of photographers out there, and it's really up to you. And I feel like there's a lot of struggle with like competition and things like that, and you have to be very well known to get a large salary to do that. So I thought maybe film production would be, or the video route would be easier. Well, not easier, but more like higher pays, more opportunities. Also seeing how advertising became more popular, social media, people, like every company or everything can be filmed, so you can adapt that into a business in any way possible. And so why specifically a camera operator? Yeah, just having a lot of hands-on experience with the camera. I just liked using cameras, and I think it's really nice to say if you're on like a film set or something like that, to be the one behind the camera, like actually capturing the image, and that's not everything that you see when it comes to the final edit, but it's the foundation. And I thought that'd be a really interesting role to be as. I thought of being an editor as well, but then being stuck behind a computer screen for long hours didn't appeal to me. But being on a field or like on a set and actually seeing like actors and things seemed a lot more appealing to me. So yeah.
So exciting, Kyle. Like, I can't believe I'm speaking to you right now. And I can't believe we're not taught, very often when I meet alumni students, it takes me a few minutes to digest that I'm talking to a young professional. When students come through the hub, we talk about the aspired young professional. And then I get to meet the young professionals and we talk about their careers. I know that your academic interests were in music, film, and photography. Would you say that you're still actively interested in these things, or were they more academic interests when you were younger?
I think I focus more on film now, and photography and music is something that's kind of more of a hobby right now. I do want to brush up my skills with that, and still try to do it when I have the time, because there's a demand for that as well with media and studying film. Say, for example, most of a video would not just be what you see, but actually there's a lot of sound that's in it, like music or sound effects. There's a lot more than you actually think, and it's more. Sometimes it can be more than half of what the film is itself. You might not realize until you strip that sound away, and then you see, oh, this video is quite boring. But having those skills on the side to do photo and video as well. There are a lot of those elements within filmmaking, and I think they're good skills to have to tie into the profession I want to go into. So yeah, I feel like I need to be more active with those skills as well, but yeah, I still keep up to date with them.
So Kyle, I want you to think back to your younger years when you were a sixth form student. There will be sixth form students right now, not quite sure what they want to be doing. There might even be a year 11 student watching this thinking, how do I choose my A levels? What are some of your tips now that you've been through the university journey and you're coming out the other end? What are some of your tips to those younger students feeling a little bit challenged by making the right choice?
For me, I already knew I wanted to go in the media route, so I chose media as a subject. The other options weren't as easy because media is only the only subject that can gear me towards that. Maybe I chose business as well. I thought business is good because when you're a working professional, you're always going to be like a part of a business. That's how you earn money. If you're on your own, if you start your own business, like an entrepreneur, or if you join a company. So I thought it would be good to have insight in terms of how different types of companies or businesses operate. So that might be a safe option. I always like doing sports as well, so I chose sports science. But I would just say do what you feel most comfortable with. If you're really unsure about a certain subject, don't force yourself to do it because you're probably going to regret it doing it for 2 years. And you might want to challenge yourself, but just be confident that you're able to take on that challenge. And picking 4 A levels, it's not that many to choose from. But if you're battling between the two different ones as your like final choice, I would say just weigh out the options and see what's actually going to help you with your desired career path. maybe you're not sure what that might be, but then maybe take something like a safer option, like I mentioned, business, for example, something that will be more general and help you. So.
Okay, Kyle, let's talk about your highlights, some of the things that you're celebrating on your career journey. What would those things be?
Yeah, well, being abroad, I think I've had more opportunities, especially with some of my external lecturers. Well, one of them, he does videos of live events like concerts, things like that. And he often asks the students, do you want to help out? He always asks for like the smaller projects, because the more like larger ones for him to do, and where it gets more money, it has to be more professional and serious. Whereas if there's smaller projects, then he feels more confident with people with intermediate skills to help out and develop their skills. So through that, it's made me kind of realize that concert filmmaking or videoing concerts is something that I'm also really interested in. I never thought of that before, but because I'm like producing music and film, then it's something that meets halfway. What else? Yeah, even just doing what you like doing for just for fun. So I was at this one concert where I just filmed it with my iPhone, made a short, joined them all together, posted on my YouTube channel. And this one news company approached me asking if they can use it for their news segment, because they were talking about concert venues opening up again now that restrictions are loosening in the Netherlands. And they were showing what the last concerts that happened before COVID struck. And that was one of them. And I got paid just to use like, I think 3 or 4 seconds of my video. And I never thought that would happen, but just because I did it because I wanted to, opportunities can come that way as well. So
fantastic. I love that. That's a great career tip. Be open to opportunities. You never know. Do what you love. What are some of your other career tips? So we have young people watching this. They have no idea what's going to be on the other side of sixth form. You've been there, you've seen it, you've traveled, you've returned, you started working, you've worked on gigs, and you're planning that next career step. Other than you never know when an opportunity might strike, so really do what you enjoy, what would you say are your other 2 or 3 tips?
I would say, be proactive with, say if you have university work that you need to be doing, try think beyond that. Like that's not just the work that you need to be doing, because you can be seeking like job opportunities on the side or just for experiences. Also, just meeting friends, because that almost becomes networking, because as the years are going to pass by, people are going to be getting job opportunities and looking for jobs. So maybe someone gets an opportunity and you want to work for that company as well, or think that that's a foot in the door. It's always good to have them as contacts. And what else with being proactive? Yeah, just doing small projects on the side. Maybe that, I guess, is more specific to media, like updating your social profiles, because now I've found as well, leaving that all till now, it's quite a lot of work to be doing while searching for a job. So you can always be proactive by doing something or a little bit each week, or when you have the spare time. Don't take all of your free time just to relax, because later you'll find yourself that you wish you'd have done a certain few things that you had plenty time to do in the past. So another tip, I think just communicating and networking as well, that ties into just meeting new people, meeting friends, because you'll never know who's gonna have the right contact for you. Or I think everyone that in your life, there's a few people that will know someone that knows someone, or is related to the industry that you want to go into, and you won't realize unless you ask about it. something that I always did when I was in high school with friends is, well, actually never talking about like career aspirations or what they want to do, and just kind of being with them to have fun. But then later realizing that a lot of my friends actually wanted to go into the same industry as me, and now they've got certain positions or certain contacts, certain jobs. It's good to have stayed in touch with them, because you never know later down the line how that's gonna help you. And yeah, don't be afraid to talk about what you like doing. Or yeah.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Kyle. What a pleasure it was talking to you today and learning about your career journey. It's always so exciting. I'm going to say it again, talking to our alumni students. So Kyle, I could ask you questions and questions and questions, but we are going to bring it to a wrap. Kyle, how can we follow you and catch up with the work that you do?
Well, I try to keep myself, like my name is my business. A lot of people create like small names for different projects, and it's hard to centralize everything. So I've just kept it as my name, Kyle Faver. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram. Yeah, if you type in my name on Google, I'm sure a few links will pop up. I've done that in the past.
Thank you, Kyle. And that brings us to the end of an incredible conversation. Today we met with Kyle Faver, who graduated here at Dubai English Speaking College in June of 2018. It was such a pleasure meeting with you and catching up with you. We'll see you all at our next Desk Careers Digital Spotlight.